What's up team, welcome back to the channel. So as golf is going in a direction of long drives and Bryson DeChambeau is actually changing the game, which I'm a big fan of. I think Blaire is sort of doing it
in between, but I'm not gonna not chase the distance like everyone else. So,
but Blaire is one of the best drivers I've seen of the golf ball. He shapes it all different ways. So we're going to ask him and get into his brain and sort of work out what he's thinking when he's hitting that fade, when he's hitting the draw. And he's also got this chip cut that I wish I had. Everybody needs it. So we'll get in his brain, ask him how he does it, and we'll also ask him if it's a 20 mile an hour downwind, how does he launch it? So let's get into his brain.
Let's do it.
All right, dude. We'll start with high fade. So what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? I definitely know that you're a feeling guy. So,
okay. So if I'm looking at a fade, especially a high one, it obviously depends on the golf hole, how it's shaped, and where the trouble is, and yada yada. But if I'm just on the range, I'm trying to hit a high fade, I'll put it a little bit farther up in my stance, and then basically just rotate. Like I just try to turn a little bit more, maybe a little more left, so the path will naturally go a little more left. And it usually produces a nice little 2-yard fade like that. So that's good.
So what do you mean by rotate? You just turn the hips out of the way and...
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, I turn everything out of the way. I really feel like I like to get my lower body does a lot of work by itself, especially if I do it efficiently. So I really I don't even feel my lower body when I swing. It's just my upper body. So on a fade, for instance, like I will really want to feel like my chest is pointing like almost to the left of target at the end.
Okay.
And then that just kind of gets everything through, and it doesn't, you want to avoid stalling out.
Sound.
If you're trying to hit a fade.
Sound. All right, now let's go the high draw. Do you concentrate on like path?
No.
No.
I don't. I mean, if I want to hit a high draw, the ball will still be up in the stance because I'm trying to hit it high.
So look how far forward his ball is, by the way. So it's right on the front heel, yeah.
And then like obviously what this does by putting it up in front of your stance is it kind of like gets you in that little reverse K look. I don't like to think that I'm doing it. It just naturally does it.
Yeah.
So from here, I'm not as open. It's hard to explain. I just like, if the eye suits it, it just kind of does it automatically. So the weight stays a little bit more back. Nice little draw like that.
Boom. All right, now guys, here's this dirty, very dirty chip cut that I'm telling you guys about. It's yeah, let's go, Blaire. Like, so, what are your thoughts?
Thoughts are
teeing it down.
Tee it down. Yeah, you definitely tee it down, and you choke down. So what this is going to do is it's going to lower your swing's going to be way shorter, right? But what it does is it kind of forces you to cover it, and
okay.
Yeah. So my stance is a little bit more narrow. Okay. So I feel like I actually turn my hips this time, and the club kind of gets here, and then just squeezes on top of the ball. So I feel like I turn my hips a little like faster, and then I stop the club face like almost as fast as I can. It never actually happens that way. I do finish, but the feeling is literally there.
Bit like a tiger stinger, sort of.
Essentially, yeah.
So
but the key to hitting these shots is to make sure you don't early extend. If you early extend, it's going to be a disaster. But usually these are pretty easy to do. So like that ball's going to run, and that one is more or less pretty straight. But I mean, that's like pretty primo,
Absolutely, perfect fairway finder.
Yeah, under pressure, I use that shot a lot.
Under the palm, yeah.
It's a very important thing to have.
Yeah.
It goes probably 15 yards farther than like a really good 3 would.
Yeah.
So like, only because it runs more, it probably carries the same distance, but yeah. So that's what I feel.
Oh,
more of a cut on it.
That's perfect. Love that shot.
Thanks. Okay, so.
All right, Blaire, let's put you in a situation. So, well, first things first. This lad is not a very big lad. His arms and his legs are the size of
your ankles?
My ankles, yeah.
I'm 138 pounds of muscle is what I like to tell everybody.
But he is one of the longest out here. So it just goes to show you don't have to be Bryson DeChambeau and absolutely a monster. Obviously it helps, but You know, he's got his...
Bryson, not only did he get big, but he also swings significantly better than when he first came out. Like, he's doing a lot of the way he rotates is so efficient now compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, not only did he get really big, but he also swings like someone who properly will hit it far. So, like, in my case, I'm really skinny, but I can rotate very well, and I can swing fast with basically like using your body, maximizing your body to create speed, and how your body's formed. So like,
a little bit like Rory McIlroy, he's got these very, very fast hips, yeah?
Yeah, my hips move fast as well. And it's just kind of one of those things where, you know, you just have to maximize what you have. You don't necessarily have to, I don't think you have to be 300 pounds to hit it really well.
No.
So,
all right, so let's put you in a scenario. It's it's downwind, say 20 miles per hour downwind. So, and the fairway's completely open.
Yeah.
You're trying to hit it 400.
Okay.
What are your tips?
So, when you're downwind, I like to hit fades.
Okay.
Or the feeling of fades. They'll always end up going straight because when you're downwind, the ball doesn't turn much.
Yeah.
But the reason why you hit a fade is because you get more backspin, so it stays in the air longer. If you hit a draw downwind, it has a tendency to nosedive. You might get rollout, but a lot of times it's just going to nosedive. So if you can hit like a high fade feeling, it'll go straight and stay in the air longer, and then plateau out, and then also still get that rollout. So if I'm trying to go downwind and I'm trying to bomb it, it's almost the same as a regular fade, except for I'm having very much my draw kind of set up.
All right.
If that makes sense. So like
so ball position.
Ball is just way up.
It's
up is good.
It's like on the toe now, yeah.
Yeah. So
sorry about the sunlight.
And I'll feel there's a very distinct pressure that I feel to swing harder. I don't just swing hard. You get up here, and for me, if my right hip stays high, I feel this area stretch here.
Okay.
It's almost like in your body there's like kind of a rubber band that squeezes. It goes into like really extends and then unloads at the ball. So if I can feel this feeling, I know I can unleash it as fast as I want. And so that's the feeling I have. And if I want to hit it high, I'll feel like a little bit of this in my hands.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's almost like you're hitting like a spinny pitch.
Okay.
You know? So
but speed is all, it's like a foot before the ball, isn't it? It's not on the backswing. And
No. I mean, people do hit it far by swinging faster on the backswing. You can see Bryson, he's like, wah, wah. But you know, I like to feel like I load and then what? You know, so like it's like this feeling here. And then
elastic band, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like elastic band. It's just your body's anatomy to create speed.
All right.
So I'll swing hard, but without trying to swing out of my shoes. And it'll go really high because it's not downwind. So like that flight will be perfect going downwind.
Very good.
Because it'll plateau more than fade. Like it'll look really good.
By the way, off the top of your head, what is your carry of the driver? I get asked all the time, like, how far do you hit the driver? But I always tell you guys, well, I carry it 255 meters. Right. It depends on what the ground's doing, how far it goes. But what's your carry?
I usually carry it around 295-ish.
295 yards.
Yeah. And then, I mean, there's days where I'm hitting it really long. You've played with me where some days I hit it short, some days I hit it long, just however my body's feeling, how flexible I'm feeling. But I've had days where I'm carrying it well over 300, and I can usually carry it over 300 if I put a little extra in it, like something like that.
Absolutely.
So.
All right. Thank you very much, Blaire.
You're very welcome. I'm gonna swing. Do Bryson bomb. Ready for this?
All right. You gonna jump?
I'll jump the crap out of this.
All right.
All right, ready? There we go.
All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you learned something. Chuck it in your own game. Play around. Shake that driver. Cheers, guys.